Hey guys, welcome to the very first episode of our 1097A2 Humvee build. In this episode, about half of it at the beginning is going to be involved with us tearing it down, setting up some new batteries, but we also have a second part in here that's a little bit of a Q&A interview with me and my dad talking about our experience getting started, what we've heard. In these videos, we're going to try and link everything down in the descriptions, as much information as possible, and we're also going to answer questions that you have. So if we didn't cover something in this video and we haven't got to it yet, it'll be answered in the next video we come out with. So we're going to try and have at the end a little Q&A. Let us know what you guys think.
The world turned upside down. Load of other things ain't been the same since the blues walked in our town. But you want in a million, cause you got that shotgun shine. Shave my body, born in the bad sound. With a blue moon in your eyes, yeah. Got yourself a gun. Got yourself a gun. Got yourself a gun.
Alright, so we got it all cleaned up and pressure washed. The first step we're going with is trying to get it started. It started in the video, but now we're not getting the wait light. No battery power at all, even whenever I turn the switch on. There's no voltage. So, we are missing a few things under the hood. Hi, sis.
Hi.
Hi, Dad.
What's up?
And these batteries are not in the best condition, so we've tried jumping them, we've tried everything, it just won't completely turn over. So we're going to tear these out and go get some Optimas, throw them in here, and then test that theory and go from there.
Lights. There you go.
Got some lights, and our voltage is in the yellow.
It is in the yellow. That should be, and when that clicks off, that should bounce back up. Yep, it's bouncing
Boom.
back up.
Here we go. What'd you do? It's alive! Yeah, it's alive! It's alive!
How about that little fella?
Oh, that little guy. I wouldn't worry about that little guy. Well, the gauge is looking.
You get good oil pressure. Good generator. I didn't see if the speedometer was working. Temp gauge is not working.
Nice. I got a couple things to look at here. I'm missing a solenoid over there, or whatever that's called. Can't remember the name. But our throttle is right here. It goes down in here. It's a little sticky. We're hoping that we can loosen that up, get it working again. Got the radiator going in here soon. We got to figure out where all that is. They cut a lot of stuff out of this Humvee, so we're working on the rebuild. So what'd you hear on?
That it takes forever to get your, what is it, the EUC?
Yeah, EUC.
A lot of people say it's like 6 months to anywhere from 2 to 6 months. And what we get ours in 10 days.
Yeah, it was about 10 days from the time we got, hey, you won the auction. This is the steps you need to complete to come get your shit.
Right.
So when you were looking on all the forms and you were doing all YouTube videos, you were doing all that, it was telling you that it was at least 6 months out?
At least 6 months. Some of them said if you're lucky, it's 60 days.
So that's what, and we're right now at the end of 2023 in December.
Right.
And we did all of this during a holiday as well. So
exactly.
Thanksgiving was right in the middle from the time we won the auction to the time we picked up
Exactly.
what we needed.
And the only reason that we didn't get the ECU earlier is all the shit we had to go through where we're storing it, landlord saying it's okay and all that good shit.
And even the lady I talked to on the phone said that it can take up to 60 days.
Yeah.
So we're expecting it to take 60 days.
Right. And then all of a sudden popped up and we were approved and sent us our paperwork. And off we went.
So how much did it cost to actually buy the Humvee at the auction?
It actually cost, we won the bid for $2,700. Auction fees, sales tax, in 3 different counties. It was $37.48.73.
So that's the out the door price from the time you won the auction for you receiving that paperwork saying that they can give you the paper.
Exactly.
Or give you the vehicle.
Yep.
Okay.
And then it cost us $150 to go pick it up 4 hours away.
So why did we decide to go pick it up ourselves versus use the little shipping option that they have on there?
The shipping option was just an estimate, and it was 4 hours away.
Which ain't bad.
Which is not bad.
So we went from Broken Arrow to Hooks, Texas.
Hooks, Texas.
Broken Arrow, Oklahoma to Hooks, Texas.
Yeah.
4 hour drive.
We left here at 4 in the morning, and we actually pulled in at 8 o'clock there.
Okay. So we spent about what, 1 tank of fuel versus what were they estimating your shipping cost?
Anywhere between $875 and $1,200.
And that's for that company to go pick it up and then deliver it here and drop it off like any car delivery would be, right?
To our front door, yeah.
Okay, and so we only spent, what did we spend in fuel alone for that trip?
$150.
$150, and we loaded it up on a trailer. What type of trailer did we use for this?
It was just a standard 7,000 pound axle, tandem axle trailer.
Okay, and they basically just went and picked it up with a forklift and set it down on the trailer, which we strapped the trailer down,
Strap it
the
down
Humvee,
and come on back with it.
and sent it back. Okay. What all was missing? What like when you looked at it, you had broken windows. What was the video showing? What condition was it in before you picked it up?
The windows were broken. The top on the top was ripped. It still had the back curtain. The hydraulic fan motor deal was gone, and it was pumping. When they turned over, it was pumping transmission fluid or power steering fluid or whatever, the hose, so they wouldn't start it. So we didn't know if it ran at all. We knew it turned over, but we didn't know if it ran at all.
So how detailed would you say it is of what you actually got versus what you've seen on the website? What was the difference?
It was dead money.
Exactly through?
Exactly.
Did they go through and show you everything that was wrong with the vehicle? Because
Yep.
I know there's something about a warranty, but you're basically buying a Humvee as is, right?
Yeah.
So whatever condition it's listed in on the website is the condition that it arrives at or you pick it up for.
Yeah. And you do have the option to say, hey, this is not what you advertised. I do know that.
Okay.
but it's not nothing I had to worry about because it was basically, it looked like the pictures when we showed up.
So when we got it and we attempted to start it up, what happened?
Yeah, the batteries were dead on it.
So we essentially just went and got some.
We got 2 brand new yellow top Optima batteries, and we plugged the power steering pump hoses together and bypassed where they took the part off, and within 60 seconds it was sitting there idling after we started it.
Okay, so the first thing, all we needed was a new set of batteries, and it turned over and did exactly what we needed it to do,
Yeah.
right? Which it wasn't showing in the video
Exactly.
when we went to buy it.
Exactly.
They wouldn't turn it all the way over. They would just show that the fan spins and everything.
And they were showing that it was pumping out power steering fluid.
Okay, so we just capped it, turned it over, and it fired right up.
Fired right up.
All right.
And the throttle stuck on it a little bit, and that's basically the only thing I didn't know about it, was the throttle's kind of...
Which they wouldn't have been able to test it because
Exactly.
they weren't turning the engine on. So
Exactly.
did they tell you the brakes work? Did you know any of that before?
They said, the only thing they said was emergency brake worked.
Okay. And based on you just pulling it around, does the regular brakes work?
Everything works on the brakes.
Sweet.
Transmission works. And we got the M1097A2 with the overdrive transmission. We haven't drove down the road yet because we just got the windshields in it, so...
So what's the difference between the 1097A2 and the 998?
They don't have the overdrive transmission. Instead of 4 gears, you got 3.
And it's the same with the 1097 A1s as well?
I think so. I'm not really sure. I know the R1s, most of the R1s are not overdrive from what I've seen on the Gov site. But yeah.
So for somebody that has no idea of what they're looking at, how would they be able to look on that website and know if that one has overdrive or not?
When they show you the gear shifter, it'll say 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, drive, reverse, and park. Compared to 1, 2, 3, neutral, and reverse, I think.
Yeah, that's right. There is no park
Yeah.
on the other ones because you put it in neutral and just pull the e-brake and then it's technically parked.
And I'm sure there's some experts out there that'll comment, well, y'all don't know what you're talking about. You're damn right we don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah. How are we figuring out everything to do with this Humvee? We're looking at the training manuals online, or
Yeah. We're
the
hitting that,
TMs.
we're hitting that up, and of course, you being in the military helps a lot.
That's a lovely accent you have. New Jersey? Austria! Well then, good day, mate. Let's put another shrimp on the barbie.
PMCS your vehicle, all of that for these vehicles in and out. You have basically a paper mechanic with you if you don't know. And you've got lots of online forums to look at too.
Right. And there's a lot of knowledgeable people out there. They say that some of the Hummer communities, bunch of pain in the ass jerks, but I haven't ran across that so far.
Well, that's good. You were looking at a couple of Humvees before you decided to buy this.
Yeah.
What price range were those?
They were all going, I got outbidded all the way up to $4,900. And I stopped bidding at $4,900 on the last 3.
Okay, and then you snagged that one for $27,000. So
Right.
locally, people sell Humvees as well. What's the price range that you've seen that they're selling them locally?
Anywhere from $14,000 to $18,000.
And what condition are those in?
About like the one I got with the windshield in it.
So that's about it. It looks exactly
It
the
runs
same.
and drives.
So these people are most likely just buying off of auction and then flipping it, just basically taking a vehicle off of the truck, setting in the lot, and putting a for sale sign on it,
Pretty
right?
much. But we also did the extra $200 on the end price for actually getting a title for it instead of the basically a bill of sale they give you. It's called something else like a PS or PM or something. I don't know what it's called.
SF97.
Yeah, that's it.
Which is just a bill of sale is all
Yeah.
fancy words. So out the door, picking out from auction was what, $34,000?
It was out the door with the title. Everything was $37.48. So it would be out the door without just the title. Without doing the title, it would be $35.48.
And then plus 150 in gas.
Yeah.
Which isn't anything. And then,
Right.
So I know we've added stuff to the Humvee right now because we're way ahead of the process of this being the first episode that's coming out.
Right.
How much do we have put into it right now?
Right.
Rough estimate.
Right now, we're at $10,075.
And that's with picking up the vehicle, gas, all that, tag, title, getting it down here, getting new windows, and building it the way that you want it built, right?
And that's buying the 4-door hardtop conversion and the 4-door aluminum doors, 4 custom seats, and then the batteries and all the accessory stuff that we've been buying for it. But we did catch a lot of it on Black Friday sales, so
that's pretty good discounts right there.
yeah.
So
We say $500 on the top and $480 on the doors.
which is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty good prices. So why didn't you decide to make your own or go on eBay and just grab you some soft top doors?
I wanted a hard top, and I just think if I could have made the aluminum top myself, but to me it's just gonna look better. I don't want it to look all jankety. It's gonna be representing my company when we're finally done with it.
Right. And so you said you're gonna paint it all black is what you're wanting?
And we're gonna do all black, matte black on the outside with shiny black camo. And then on the inside we're building a custom console. Put the racing seats in it and probably upgrade the AC.
Is this have you ever worked on a Humvee before?
Never.
How is it different compared to
Way different.
Just say a Chevy 1500, right?
It's way different. There's a lot of things that they put on them that I've never seen before, and I've been around cars my whole life, but I've never been around a Humvee.
Have you ever restored vehicles before?
I've restored plenty of them.
So all the interior that you're doing on the vehicle is kind of familiar with what you've done before in the past. You've got an idea of how you're wanting to do that.
Yeah.
All the exterior, you paint cars, right?
Yeah.
So
painting them and build them is easy. The mechanics is the harder part for me, which I can do mechanic work fairly easy, but man, you got to do a lot of research on these things to do mechanic work on them. That's for sure.
But if you don't know, you do have a TM that lays it out part for part and exactly how to do it, how to service it, what item might be broken, how to replace that object. So technically, that's a little cheat sheet for everything we need to know about that Humvee. We don't have to take it to somewhere like a diesel mechanic and go, hey, this little hose is making a noise. We can sit there and look up what is that hose.
Right. But one main thing is I'm a Chevy guy, and it's Chevy parts that are in that thing basically. So it's fairly easy for me to phone a friend.
And what size engine is that out there?
6.5 diesel.
6.5 diesel. What type of transmission does it have?
It's a 4L80E, I believe.
Okay. Is that pretty easy transmission to work with?
Well, I know somebody that rebuilds them here in town for $900, so.
So that's pretty good. So it's good to have connections when you come to rebuilding toys and
Exactly.
stuff. I'm trying to think if there anything else we wanted. How much do you expect to spend on this Humvee? Like, what's your end?
My end goal is $13,000 done, is what I'm trying to do. But like I said, I'm doing most of the work. Me and you are doing most of the work ourselves, so we're saving a lot of money on labor, materials, and I've got a lot of connections in the paint world and the body world that gives me all the good prices on paint and shit. So